our lives. We all have pain. We all have sorrow.
This is why we are asking Governor Corbett not to appeal this decision. We want all of these people to enjoy those rights. Please, no appeal.
We won marriage today!
I want to express our full and overwhelming gratitude to our lawyers at the ACLU, at Hangley, Aronchick, and everyone else that partnered with them. We know that you were the ones who made this fight possible.
I've been in public life for many, many years. I've been a lead lawyer in many large cases, big issues. And I can't think of one that is more important to me, more important to people generally, than the Whitewood case.
We were the first couple today to get a marriage license.
It was just kind of a whirlwind when the decision came out. You know, we're going through and reading the opinion, but the feeling was almost like it was a weight lifted off my shoulders, because it was like, okay, it's finally here. We can finally do the work that we need to do going forward.
We're waiting for the opinion. We know it's coming down. We know it's coming down sometime after 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is passing, and all of a sudden, there it is. And I'm going, is this it? This must be it. Let's get it open as soon as possible. A few of our clients were there. There was some media there. There were a bunch of ACLU supporters there, in addition to the lawyers on the case. And so, to have people gather around, I was reading from the opinion to everybody so that everybody would get the news at the same time. And so that was a big moment.
It's energizing to work on a case like this. It's energizing to work on something so important and that has such an impact on people's lives. And that, that has sort of helped to reinvigorate me in my practice in general, just that I feel more awake, more active, having had the chance to work on this.
The day that we won on May 20th was an amazing relief, I think, for everybody. But I have to say that something that really I always remember about the case is the day that we launched the lawsuit on July 9th, 2013 in Harrisburg. And at that moment, it felt like for our clients that they finally had somebody who was speaking on their behalf. These are folks who've been at the margins of society, their entire lives. They've been told that you're not good enough for this right, you're not equal in this respect. And on that day, they stood up in Harrisburg, and chins were held high, and they had people standing with them, including myself. And it really felt like for them that day, or for us, for that day, we really helped bring them into the fold.
Marriage, equality, freedom to marry is nothing to fear and everything to celebrate.
I think my work on this case has shaped me as a lawyer in that, we can really push things forward. A lot of what we did on this case, there was a lot of strategic thinking that went into how we shaped this case, and that applies to, work in this context, the civil rights context, work in business context, doing the best work we possibly can for all of our clients. Thinking 3 steps ahead. Thinking when we're putting the case together about how it's going to come across, not just to the parties, but to the judge, to other people who have an interest in it, and recognizing that we're not doing our work in a vacuum.
When I came to Hangley Aronchick, that was one of the big focuses for them, was pro bono work. And again, I've been practicing for 20 years now, and I've done a lot of pro bono work, so I was glad to see that when I was coming to this firm that I would be able to continue that work.
Something that's really important when you take on a pro bono case. You're not just doing something for free. That doesn't mean you give the effort that's commensurate with a $0 invoice. You give the same effort as if these clients were paying your full freight bills. Okay, and so, and that's the way we attack cases when we bring them in here. So we don't just bring on a case so we can get some pro bono hours and have some stats and we can submit to some place and get an award or something like that. It's something deeper than that. As a profession, and members of a profession, we take that seriously.
We did this case in the most highly professional manner possible. Our firm does that in our litigation. We are famous for that. And we put everything into this case that we would in any other case. So we worked it over very carefully and strategically. We assembled the greatest experts we could find on all the issues we thought might be raised. We answered every question that the opposition has ever raised in any case about challenging why there should be same-sex marriages, about whether it's good or bad. But we answered them with facts, and we answered them with experts, we answered them with a professional sense.
I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody.
It was a wonderful opportunity, sort of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me to work on an issue that is both very topical, very important today, but also one that I care about.
To everyone and anybody who is feeling that maybe there's not a place, they're not fully part of the American dream and the American system, all they got to do is look and see what happened here and then say, you know, if it worked for them, it can work for me.